Ew, I'm Tits,
And I'm Areolas. Hey,
and we're reviewing Infinity Pool. What was your first exposure to Infinity Pool?
Infinity Pool. I think I
Yes.
saw a advertisement for it on the Hulu, and I was like, huh, that chick looks kind of weird with no eyebrows. I want to see what's up with her.
Yeah, is that I that is the draw of the movie is her having no eyebrows. I saw the title was like, what is an infinity pool? Is there pools, infinite pools, or is there a pool that's infinity deep? That was my first thought in coming into the movie.
There is actually like a type of pool, and I think it. I don't know the way it's. I don't know if they're shaped like, the infinity sign where it's like the two circles or whatever,
Oh,
and or if there's like water constantly flowing, so it seems like it's infinitely flowing. Uh, but
maybe. That's
yeah,
good. It's good to
there
have
is
infinite water.
there is an actual there's an actual pool type of pool called infinity pool. So you're not wrong there.
Oh, well, that's cool. I guess.
But this movie's not about pools. Well,
No, it's
it
not.
yeah, it's not. So it starts out with this married. They're married, a married couple, or at least a couple.
Yeah, they're a couple. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, they are married and they're vacationing in like this foreign country, and they seem kind of whatever. They're just together.
Yeah.
Seems
There's
kind of
nothing
chill.
like there's nothing super bad or good about the relationship. They're just like whatever, I guess.
Hmm.
And what I find interesting is that there's like a fan who's like a fan who of the books that the wife writes, and
Well,
it's
the
like,
husband.
or the husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot women don't write. Uh,
That's what I hear.
yeah.
If yeah, at least they don't write well, but that's what I hear if they do.
Yeah. So, somebody goes up to the husband and is like, "Oh my goodness, I'm such a big fan," and I'm like, I wonder what the wife feels because she's not getting the attention.
Yeah, I don't think he's even used to that attention because he's like, "Oh yeah, that book, whatever, I wrote it. It's
It was just whatever.
yeah, like not even he wasn't being modest. It just wasn't a popular book, and he kind of like knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's also interesting is this fan's like, "Oh, let me invite you to dinner," and I'm like, "That's a normal thing."
Hmm.
It is a normal thing. Like you want to take the person that you're a fan of out to dinner and then like treat them.
Hmm.
That's normal. That's a normal occasion. I think the normalcy is what brings these people into the weird situation later on. And then it gets weirder to the point of like what I don't know what's happening in the movie at some points, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, yeah. It really like takes that to a really hardcore degree, but again, yeah, we're not there yet. I know. So they go to dinner or whatever. It's kind of awkward, to say, I guess, whatever the minimum part, and they were like, "Oh, hey, we should go picnicking. I could borrow a car or whatever, and we'll go fucking check out the beaches outside of this resort." Blah blah
But you're
blah.
not supposed to, according to the resort. Hey, let's go to a place where we can't drive around. Why? Why would you go there?
I
I
don't
don't
think
get it.
the couple knew that. I guess the chick without the eyebrows, and the other guy kind of knew that, going into it, but
They should have told them. I just they sh- it's just really funny the lack of communication in this movie. Also, they have a little bit of a drive, and he has to pull off, and he has to the novelist's husband has to go take a pissu, and so the fan goes to him and just starts giving him a hand job, and I'm like, why here of all places? Like you have like a fantasy. Oh my goodness, I this guy wrote one book and I'm such a big fan. I want to give him a hand job, but like I'm not going to find the appropriate time to do it. I'm just going to find the moment. Now's the moment. And it's like, no, the guy's pissing, dude. It's not the time for a hand job.
This is my probably my favorite part of the movie because
It's
he
the
see
most memorable one.
he seems so like shocked by it. He's just all oh, like he doesn't know, like he can't defend himself because he was caught at like the right moment, like with his pants down, peeing, and it's like, oh my god, I'm at defense level 0. I can't stop you from jacking me off, you know? And
Yeah,
you
it's
actually hear it splash on the rocks too, like the cum, and it cracks me up.
yeah. I find it fun. I find that part funny, but it's like, hmm, this is very gray. This is borderline sexual assault.
Oh
There's no
yeah.
consent in this.
Yeah, and it really messed with him. Like after that, it just like I don't want to talk, and he was just like not having fun at
Yeah,
all the whole time. Like it really screwed him up. This you would think it's a great like thing to happen to you on paper, but it just really like messed with him. Like, oh
yeah, and he has
man,
like a wife and everything.
and she was right there, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, I if I saw my novelist husband go out to the woods, and then I saw the female fan of that novelist go out after him in the woods, and they took a very long time, a very suspicious amount of time, I'd be very suspicious. I'd be like, maybe the chick's up to something, you know? Maybe the husband's cheating on me. That's what my thoughts would go to, but it doesn't seem like that's her thoughts.
Not at all. Like I don't know if it's
Mm-mm.
because they're drunk or she, because that chick doesn't have any eyebrows, so you can't tell if she's evil
She
or
can't emote.
good. Yeah, she can't emote. You're like, I can't get a read off of her. What is she? Evil? Is she good? Uh,
I do find it funny though. They're all drunk. They're all having a time. It seems
mm-hmm,
like James is that's the husband's name.
mm-hmm. The main
That
dude.
guy, he's having the hardest time of it all, of everyone, out of everyone. So much so that he's like drunk driving and he's like hit somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's hefty. And don't call the cops. You're not supposed to be out here. But also, the country's corrupt and they're not going to help you. And I'm like, why did you choose to leave? Why did they choose to leave the resort? Why? Oh, we gotta look at some sand in the water. What? Is there no beaches at where the fucking resort is?
Yeah, it was already beautiful in there. You don't need to leave the perimeter to go explore anything like that you couldn't already see there inside the resort, you know.
Yeah, it's really this movie is so weird.
And they well, of course, the James and his chick, right? They're freaking
Yeah.
out, but the other couple's like, "Look, let's just go. Don't worry about it. Like
Don't
it,
worry about it.
yeah, yeah." They're like, "It's already done.
Who
Don't worry
needs the
about it."
cops?
And you know, this is right after he just got like assaulted, you know, like uh by getting a hand job that he didn't want, and then he's driving moderately drunk, and then he just hits a dude. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of bad things going on right now for him, you
Hit
know.
and run, let's go. Like the fucking fan condones it. Yeah, let's just do a hit and run. It's okay.
No, don't worry about it.
No one will see us. And someone did see them, went to the next day, the bunch of cops are like, hey James, you're under arrest for that hit and run.
Hmm.
Punishable by death of your first son. And of your first son. I'm like, that's a little harsh, dude. Like, really?
That is whenever you just without like trial or anything, it's just immediate. they're there. Okay, check here. Oh, your punishable is killing by the sun, and it's like what? Like whoa, like
Whoa. Or you can pay a ton of money and have yourself cloned and then kill that clone. Wait, why is this the fucking country's way of like wait, how is this supposed to prevent anyone from doing any crimes at all ever in the future? It just makes it so rich people can do all the crimes that they want.
yeah. How is that like option two? You know, like oh,
Option
option.
2, clone yourself and kill the clone.
There's like no other like, hey, can I, set up a trust fund for this kid? Like, nope, it's either you die by the sun killing you or your clone dies. And it's like, what? Okay, I guess.
It's so weird. It's
And it's so normal too. Like, of course, the main characters, whatever, they're freaking out because they've never done this. But the other couple, obviously, they're like, no worries. It happens all the time. So he he has to watch his own clone get killed, and when they do, he kind of like likes it, right? Like he
I
doesn't.
want to do more bad things. It's just like this is how evil's bred. Like in this country of you wonder why it's such a corrupt country because you can clone people and kill them. Okay? Without having yourself you can clone yourself and kill them without yourself having to deal with the consequences of your actions.
Hmm.
You wonder why it's so fucking corrupt? This is why.
I mean, it's kind of the perfect story, though, as far as how actual real life is. How rich people, I guess, don't consider the consequences.
That's true.
But this is a strange twist on it with the
It
cloning
is
and
so strange.
the
And it also
process. I'm sorry. The process when they like first show it, when they put them in that like pool and they're kind of having trippy, dreamy sequences, and they're naked and stuff, and the clone, and I don't know. It's all weird, like a fucked up trip.
it's I feel like they take drugs at some point in this. Like,
Yeah,
that I didn't see them ingest because everything's
definitely.
just so weird and like weird, colors everywhere.
Did it trip you out or anything? Like all the
It kind of
colors, the sounds and stuff.
I liked the colors, the sounds were a little bit weird. Just the entire vibe of the movie was just it's just so weird. It just felt very artsy.
And then don't they give him like the urn too of his dead self's ashes or something after it
Yeah.
dies?
Hey, here's a part of yourself. Here you
Souvenir.
go. What a
And
weird system.
so obviously the wife wants to like leave like immediately after that because it's a real buzzkill, right? To have to see
Yes,
that
I
it's
would also want to leave.
real
Get the
buzzkill.
fuck out of the country.
At least like, hey, let's check out now. And he's like, I can't find my passport, and so I guess I'll stay.
I
And
guess I'll stay another week because I forgot where my passport went. It was
mhm.
probably someone stole it, actually.
That's what the hint was, that someone stole it, and then he starts hanging out with that eyebrow chick, or without eyebrow chick, and her gang of comrades that are like they've all gone through it. I don't know what they call it, the rebirth or the clone or the cloning or something, and they're like, you're one of us. We do this all the time. Blah blah
It's so weird. Like, hey, we're gonna take you to a group of people who just freaking kill people and then make clones of themselves and then just do terrible, horrible deeds. And it's just kind of it's not I don't think it's the type of people that this freaking James guy should be mixing with, especially since he has like a wife
blah.
and they're like, "Hey, why don't you do these drugs and have like intense orgies?" And they do. And it's like, "Bitch, you have a wife though. She doesn't know about this. Why are you doing this to her?"
these really weird orgies with a lot of like nipples and faces and masks and I
The
don't know.
mask part is weird. The faces and the nipples part are normal. That's what's on a human body.
I
The
just felt
mask
there
things
was
are weird.
I just felt there was a little bit too much of a focus. As much as I love a good face and a good nipple, it
Yeah.
was like it was trying to direct me where I'm like, whoa, whoa, okay, I get it, I see it, I
I
already
get
saw
it.
it.
I see the nipples. Can you
Yeah,
show me any other body part now? Like maybe the hips or the legs? You
or a
know?
good tummy or something. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool. Like I'm overstimulated now with these nipples. Like, calm down. Uh, too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Too
it's
much.
bad. It's bad. It's not bad. It just starts getting a little like awkward. Like I feel like I'm watching a dirty movie. You know?
Yeah, I feel like I couldn't watch this with my parents. This scene.
Yeah.
I'd feel weird, you know?
Uh huh. Out of all the scenes, this one was the weirdest. I know there's a part kind of like after the orgy where well they do a lot of shenanigans, right? Like they go and
Yeah.
break into the resort owner's house and try to kill him, and they end up getting in trouble for that.
What is it with people in these people in murder? Why do you need to murder everyone?
I have no
James did
idea.
it by an accident, but all these fucking guys near James are like, "Hey, yeah, do commit casual murders, please." Why do you need to kill all these people?
And
I don't
it's
get
not
it.
even like typical murder. It's like terrorizing, like torturing and terrorizing and scaring, and I don't know, they're just getting off on it, and then they're all getting cloned and killed. And there's even a point, I don't know if you ever feel this, where you don't know if the clones are being killed or the real people. Like you know, there's a certain point where
Yeah,
I'm not
it's hard to
sure.
tell like who's the clone and who's a real person.
Hmm. Yeah, at some
Uh,
point.
yeah, there is a moment though where James is like he's he thinks he's like beating up the guy that led to him getting arrested
Hmm.
and being exposed to this freaking clone society, I guess.
Yeah.
He thinks he's beating up the detective. I'm like, fucking wow, look at how low you've come. But more importantly though, he's actually beating up upon himself like his own clone, and then I'm just thinking, wait, how could you not tell that was you? It's you.
He even
Like,
peed on himself too. That was pretty
yeah,
bad.
that's fucked up. You shouldn't piss on yourself.
No, that's the ultimate. Like, you can beat the shit out of someone, but once you pee on them, it's like, that's fucked up, dude. You went too far.
Yeah, that's true. That's like there's a potential of contaminating body fluids and causing them to get sick, and like have affecting their health forever.
That's
But
I
it's
don't
I guess
know.
it's a clone of him, so whatever health he's at, what is the health of the other clone? I assume.
But yeah, what you just described, it freaks him out when he sees that he's like beating and pissing on himself. He trips out.
Oh my goodness, my passport!
I
My
found it.
passport turned out.
It's under the toilet. How did it
I'm
get
like,
there?
how? I kind of find it really suspicious that he just finds his passport here. I'm
Yeah.
like, either somebody put it there and like wants to play a game of cat and mouse, or like you conveniently uh forgot where you put the passport, so you can have orgy sex.
Yeah, I think he was really like once, that first time he saw his own self die, it was kind of like, how many times can I do this before it gets a little too far? And he pushed it too far. I'll say that really, really far.
Yeah, and he's trying to run really far too. And he's trying to go to the bus. He's trying to go to the airport, but like these people are like, "Haha, no! We're going to hunt you for amusement.
That was a great part. How they're in the
Yeah, that was
car,
a good
they're in the
part.
cars, and beautiful. Like the colors, I love the bus. It's beautiful. And they're like James, James, and just shooting him. And they're like, get in the car with us, or we'll fucking kill everyone. And so he goes like a
Kill
little
everyone,
bitch.
just don't kill me, please. I don't care about everyone else. Just don't kill me. That's my life. You
Yeah,
know?
it's weird that he still has like morals like that after all that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like noble, but very strange.
I don't think. I mean, I think at this point he should be more worried about himself more so than morals. Like he's already cloned himself. What you? That has to be against some moral codes, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're not like some good saint dude. Okay, stop pretending to be. Just focus on saving your skin. And I do like he's like running, running, running. He runs into the forest. He gets shot in the leg by his freaking fan. And I'm like, bitch, this fucking bitch. God damn it. The chick that gave him the hand job
Yeah, that's
also
the
shot him.
perfect person to get shot by. The one who,
Yeah, it's just also it's just really funny because she's like a very she forced herself upon them. So now I get it. I see it. She's like part of these guys that just want to just kill all the time so they have enough money to clone themselves. So of course she's part of these guys. Like now
mhm.
I see it. It's the behavior.
And
It's yeah.
oh, so he runs to the forest. He ends up at what, like a shack or a barn, like some sort of like weird windmill type barn house. And who's there that I guess puts him in the bed and heals his wounds. I don't know if he's hallucinating, you're not really sure, but it's the kid who killed him in the first place for killing his father or whatever, that young kid. And he just
Yeah.
starts like having weird other hallucinations again and tripping out until
Bitch, what type of drug did you just have? What when did you have time to take a drug amongst hours of running in the forest? How are you having hallucinations again?
yeah, that
Like
shit was it. It's like the LSD where it hits you like years later. You know, it's delayed or something.
oh, I took a tab like 5 hours ago and it's just hitting me now.
I took
Says
a
no one
tab.
ever.
I took a tab 3 weeks ago, and you just are there at the barn, and it fucking feel it. Oh shit! Yeah.
It just hits 3 weeks later.
Oh
That's some
shit!
delayed. That's some delayed results.
Body's a strange thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
but
true.
yeah, he sees hallucinations of weird shit, like his wife. I don't know, a bunch of weird stuff. I don't even really remember. I just know it was real weird, like tearing of the skin and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's it's. I feel like all the visuals kind of blend together. They're hard to distinguish like into actual objects that exist.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They seem like things I would see if I was heavily medicated and close my eyes, and you just see like the red, under your eyelids, and you start seeing shit.
Yeah. Also, it's weird at this freaking barn shed farm thing.
Hmm.
Uh, Gabby and like the rest of the group, they're here and they have like a clone of him. First of all, how easy is it to clone people in this world?
I
And
don't
can
I don't
people
know.
anyone just do it? Like, do you not have to have a specific machine that he just sits in and just like now you're cloned? How the fuck does he have another clone of him? And he's like, oh, here's a dog, and he's like on a leash or whatever. Dog, attack him, and it's kind of fucked that they pit him against himself, and James is forced to kill the clone version of himself, and I'm just like,
Well,
where did they get
I
all
for
these damn
one,
clones?
yeah, like because whenever he was first cloned, it made it seem like it was this. like hard thing to do. Like you needed to be present and be scanned, and then you'd be put in a thing of like liquid, and then they like clone you with you there present, you know. So it was a long, like a old school plaster job for fucking masks in the old like horror movies. It took
Yeah.
hours, but somehow they're just like doing them, spitting them out real fast. Like, oh, we have you on speed
And
dial, you know?
convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember the DNA of this guy that came in like 2 weeks ago? Well, do that again. Do you have his DNA on database? Yes, please.
He's
I
our
would like
number
another
one.
order of that.
He's our number one seller. He keeps
Yeah.
going up. You know, we're making all this money off of James.
Oh
Uh,
my.
but
It's
yeah.
also fun.
Oh, hmm.
This is so weird. Gabby's like, "Oh my goodness, you killed your clone. Now you get to lick the blood off of my bare tits."
That was a pretty good
Wow,
part.
such a privilege. Wow, thank you, Gabby. I can't believe I get to suck blood off of your titties. Ooh.
I'm about to say that to me that made it all worth it. Like from the journey from the beginning to the end, it's like the
It's
milk of
just
a mother is
it's
worth it.
so it's just so weird. This movie is too weird for me. Just too many things happen. Just bam, bam, bam. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? Okay. Okay. I'm okay with like dudes sucking titties in media, but I'm not okay with blood on those titties. Cause the only thing I can think of is like, but what if you have like blood diseases that could be transferred to you? But then I think, oh, it's your clone though.
Hmm.
But they any of those motherfuckers could have put some sort of blood disease in your clone. You don't even know it. You don't know it.
I was thinking too, like, what if, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you, like, do you ever get like a mosquito bite on your boob, like right on your tit, and so there's like a
Not
weird,
on my tit. Like,
okay,
yeah, my tits are usually uh covered. The mosquitoes usually attack like near my ankles because that's where they are. They're in the grass.
okay,
They're not in my
yeah.
tits. So
I don't know. I know you're pretty outdoorsy, so I just didn't know if that just like happened at one point. I don't know. I just feel like it could be something that happened. Like,
I'm sure it
oh,
did happen at some point. Just not to me.
yeah. And yeah, so he kills his dog version of himself, like he said, sucks on the chick's tit, and then everything kind of goes back to normal. They
He
all
decides not to go back with his wife. He goes to the airport, goes all the way to the airport. He's like, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm like, what the fuck's here for you, dude? Your wife's back at home. What are you gonna do? Just look at the rain? Wow. What are you gonna do? You're gonna look at the rain forever? Like, what's your
and then,
plan?
and he has like in his suitcase what like three urns of himself at least, like the three clones.
Shouldn't have done it. Should I
That's
just
a
stay
lot
at
of
the
money.
resort?
Yeah,
Whose fucking idea was it to go to leave the resort?
I don't know. I,
I don't remember.
I thought when I originally saw the ending, I thought he left, but then he left a clone of himself there too. Not that he went back.
Oh, I interpreted it as he just like was like, fuck it, I'm staying.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
could see that too, but I don't know why one or both times I thought there was just another clone, like he sent himself back, but then you don't know again which one's the real one, which one's the clone. I don't know.
Well, why the fuck would he leave a clone self of him
I don't
back?
know. I could see why he'd send a clone self of him back to the real world, but I you don't even know which one really is real or which one could have died that was the real one. I don't know.
I mean, I believe it because this movie's confusing enough and there's like plot holes and I'm like, wait, why is this happening? So honestly, that could be it. It's open to interpretation.
It is. It is a
Yeah.
weird movie that is open to interpretation.
I don't know. I like movies that are cut and dry, easy to interpret. There's some messaging in there. Makes me think about my life. movies like that. But this movie is just very artsy and weird, and it was. I mean, some of the stuff in this movie should have been reserved for like weird porn.
Yeah.
Honestly, save it for a pay per view, please. Not the movie theaters, because you can't do it right at the movie theaters.
I imagine they'd have like a genre for that, like uncomfortable porn, where you're
I'm sure
watching
there
it.
is.
I don't
Uncomfortable for who?
know.
Everybody involved and slash or the viewer.
Uncomfortable. That's the way I felt. I don't know. Like I said, there are good parts to this movie, but the majority of it's just like, what? What?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did feel like that watching the movie a lot. So, what would you rate this?
Uh Man, maybe like a 5. Like even just watching it again, it wasn't bad and I like the ideas of it and the the acting's good. That guy's a good-looking dude, like, when he's a dog. I have to say that, like, he's a
Is the only
ripped-looking
time he's
dog.
a good looking is when he's a dog?
No, he's a good-looking dude, but, like, he can
Okay.
pull off being, like, a naked fucking dog and not look foolish, you know? So
Okay.
I say a 5. What do you give it?
I mean, there's some good aspects and some like bad aspects, and then just weird. But like in the end, it's not rememberable except for like the hand job scene, pretty much. So this is pretty mid, but I do like the colors a lot. I gotta give it like a 6 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, that was Infinity Pool. Uh,
Ooh,
yeah, and let's play a little game here that I like to call, what did I call it here? CG Horror.
what does
That's
that
what I
mean?
Well, this movie had a lot of, I guess, horror elements, but it was more basic, like not basic, but practical effects.
Yeah.
So I can at least commend it for that. We're gonna look at horrible CGI horror, and you're gonna
Ooh.
name the movie that it's from. I think that's what
All
I have
right.
here. Okay, actually, not just horror; it's just called CG horror. But we could look at the scenes. There's 7 scenes here.
All right.
Whoop, that's just me. So, what is this terrible CG horror uh from?
Scorpion King?
No.
Oh. Is it a movie I've seen?
I think so. It's Will Smith?
Hmm.
They're like
Mission
vampire zombies.
Spawn?
No. These they're like vampire zombies because the sun hurts them. This is I Am Legend.
I haven't seen I Am Legend.
Oh, you haven't seen it? It's all
No,
right.
I haven't. Okay.
It's all right. I think
Makes sense.
the deleted ending is like the canon ending, I think, for that movie.
Wait, what? How does that work?
That
It's
they just
deleted.
did
How's it
that
canon?
because they wanted to make a sequel, so they decided to do it that way.
I guess whatever works. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
for the sake of the canon. What is this CG from?
Oh God, is that from like Spy Kids?
No, that I should have put Spy Kids on here. That would have been a good one. This is from a horror movie from the '90s, I think.
Oh geez, I don't know many horror movies from the '90s. This is not Hellraiser. I know that.
No, it's not.
It it could be a creature from Hellraiser. This is Hexagon Man. Scary movie.
This is Lawnmower Man.
Lawnmower. What is his power to mow the lawns?
Very weird movie. No, he was like a dude that mows lawns, and I think they give him like virtual reality, and he starts tapping into it to make himself more like intelligent and shit.
Oh, was
Yeah,
he
and
dumb?
Yeah, I think so. And he just starts like losing his mind and trying to become one with the VR world. And this was what
Weird.
VR looked like back then.
That's
Uh,
so weird.
where is it? Where's
Now
this
this
from?
is Scorpion King. I do
this,
remember this.
this is from The
The
Mummy
Mummy part,
Returns.
The Mummy Returns Part 2.
Uh huh.
That's the Scorpion King, the character.
Uh huh.
That's The Rock's first appearance in a movie, actually, I think.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
his first appearance. That's CGI. Beautiful.
Abomination. Yeah.
uh, Poor Rock. He's great. Um,
He's whatever. John
yeah.
Cena's better actor than he is.
Oh, is he?
Oh, for sure. The
Mm.
Rock's just The Rock in like all of his movies. Hi, I'm The Rock, and this is how I talk. You
You
know?
don't. You don't think? Well, because since you've watched like all the Rock movies, has John
Yes.
Cena been in more movies than the Rock, or is it just like a batting average type thing where you know?
I'm basing it off like the average performance in each of his movies, and his performance is like very much the same in
Hmm.
all of them. Versus John Cena, yeah, he's recognizable John Cena, but he was a good actor in Ricky Stenicki.
I hear that's good.
He's not acting like John Cena in Ricky Stenicki, which is a step up from The Rock in his movies. He's just always The Rock, you
He's not
know?
acting like Peacemaker in Ricky
Like
Sticky.
like he will be like, I mean, he'll have like a character named like Black Adam or whatever, but like his performance that he gives to that character just always feels like he's like The Rock, you know?
Hmm.
It's not
No,
like
I
a good actor.
yeah, I get you, and I completely agree with The Rock. But that's what you're hiring, I guess. When you're hiring, it's like, oh, we need a
Yeah.
Rock like person. Well, let's hire The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, that's true. That's probably just like what they requested.
Hmm. This
Makes
next one
sense.
here,
That's Cats.
how could you guess that was Cats?
I've actually never seen it, but I have seen the trailer, and it looks like an abomination. But look at
It
that
looks
hairlight, though.
it looks horrible. I don't know how they spent so much budget to this, and I actually really love musicals, and this musical is just it's not good. I don't understand like how they
Is
fucked it up.
this the remake? Is there two Cats movies?
Well, no, there's like Broadway. Obviously, it's like a big Broadway thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So I see. I can see why they decided to do this CGI abomination uh in a movie is probably because it's so successful in Broadway. But like in Broadway, you got people doing theater things. It's a whole entirely different experience.
it's a
Like there's
different
whole like
audience too.
different audience, like different choreography, different performances. Is Unlike a theater, it's like one and done. Your performance is whatever performance you give is whatever performance you give. But like in a
Hmm.
movie, you can do like many different types of performances, and the momentum of the performance is like cut off in like when you're doing a movie, like because you're just shooting it scene for scene versus like in a theater play, you got like beats you gotta hit, you gotta hit your mark, and you gotta do it right at that moment, and then you're done. And then if you're a main character, you're back on. Just gotta remember your lines, you know.
Yeah, there's a
Just completely different.
completely different, and
Yeah.
sometimes they translate very well. When you write from the play to the film,
Has
sometimes
to
it
be a good writer
doesn't.
though.
Yeah, yeah, and of course, typically plays are what 2 to 3 hours, maybe like you know one
About
hour
so.
and then intermission and then another hour or two. So I don't know. This just flopped really bad, obviously with the
Yeah.
CGI and all that.
Man, I feel like plays are harder to sit through than movies. Except for like good plays. But even then, they're hard to sit through. But like a good movie is easy for me to sit through. Do you experience
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It just depends. Well, obviously the audience too. Like a play, everyone claps and is into it. And the audience, everyone's supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to be like, just watching it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a movie where everyone claps? Have you ever clapped at the end of the movie with an audience?
I've never clapped, no, but I have like the first week of like a Marvel movie. Like I think the last time I went to the movie and there was like clapping at the end of it was like Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Hmm.
Like there I did watch like all of the people's reactions and like big old laughs and then they all clapped at the end of the movie.
That's never made sense to me. It's like they can't hear you clapping.
Congratulations, you made a movie. What do they think they're gonna? I don't know. Does the movie theater be like, oh, people clapped during this? We're gonna report this to Disney and Marvel. Hey,
Yeah,
people clapped during your movie at
the
the end.
fucking ushers and the ticket guys come out and bow, give
Yeah,
a bow and shit for pressing a button and projecting it on the screen. I don't know
yeah, that's happened to
what.
me once.
What?
The projector guy coming out and bowing,
Oh, really?
and like the movie staff. This is a long time ago. I don't
Okay.
remember which movie it was for, but like after the movie was done, then the staff came out was like, "Thank you for coming to our movie theater." It was probably like a really small movie theater.
Yeah, it had to be. That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
That's kind of cool when it's small like that.
yeah.
What is this from?
It's from the Polar Express. I can see it. It's the CGI in the Polar Express did not age well.
No, it's very creepy.
I've seen the Polar Express a lot from like when I was a wee lad to like an adult. When I was
Hmm.
a wee lad, I couldn't tell. Like the CGI, it looks decent for the CGI that came out back then, but then now looking at it, compared to the CGI we have now, it's like, ugh, gross.
Well, it was
Such
supposed
a
to be like
product of its time.
cutting edge back then, right? When they
Yeah,
were doing it like this.
yeah, it was cutting
Yeah,
edge.
yeah. And now it
Now
just
it's
looks
on the
weird.
edge of quality.
This next one, second to last one. Where's it at? Let me click here. Do you know what this is from?
What is going on here?
So this is I guess a centipede smoking a bong.
I can't tell what's happening here at all. This
It
is
is very
not
dark.
good. Oh, now I see it, kind of. Is this Alice in Wonderland? Tim Burton's
I think
Alice in Wonderland?
it's it's supposed to be inspired by it. This is a quick scene in Freddy versus Jason. Do you remember when
Oh,
those characters that look like knockoffs of Jay and Silent Bob are smoking?
I've
And
never seen this movie actually.
oh yeah, no, it's
Mm-mm.
a weird scene because the CGI completely takes you out of the movie. It's so not good.
It just seems why couldn't you make him lighter? I know that like if you have like darkness, then it hides the CGI quality being bad, but just make him a little bit lighter, dude. Just own
Yeah.
up to the CGI being bad. Just do what Spawn did. You
Nope,
know?
it's the easiest way to hide the faults is just make
Yeah.
everything dark or
Yeah, that's true.
behind fog or something.
Mhm.
Speaking of last one here,
Sonic. It was before they changed before they changed the design when Sony was being bullied. I'm still convinced, even though Sony has come out and said, "Yeah, we this was our original design, and we had to change the design a lot, and they had to tweak the movie to fit like the new design." I
mhm.
just think that they like made these images and just got the internet's opinion, and then continued producing the rest of the movie with the internet's opinion. Like honestly,
So it was like just a test. It wasn't like
yeah.
truly what they had finished.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
I'd believe it. I mean, it's a roll of the dice to go that route. Because if they didn't, I mean, it
You need
is.
publicity for the new Sonic movie.
Mhm. It
And
is
who
right.
sorry,
Hmm?
I was going to say who better to analyze the qualities of Sonic than a bunch of internet autists. Perfect audience. They'll say everything that's wrong about it, and then he could just fix it.
I hope it is going that route because it would have cost them, like it said, what, like millions or whatever to change everything because the movie was pretty
Yeah,
much already finished. I remember watching this. My niece was like real young, probably like 5 or 6 when this trailer came out. I
yeah.
showed it to her, and she's 6 years old, and I go, after watching that trailer, what do you think? And she's like, why does Sonic look weird? And I go, that's exactly what the internet's saying. Why does Sonic look so weird?
It's the eyes. He shouldn't. I don't know. He shouldn't have like those small of eyes.
The teeth, the hands. There's a lot of
There's a
things.
lot of things wrong with it.
And I know as an artist, I'm sure you could find like a million more things
Yeah,
wrong with it.
yeah.
Definitely.
Huh, huh, huh.
But yeah, that was Tits and Areolas. Hey, that was the game.
Yes.
Uh
Woo.
I know we didn't look at any good CGI, but where can people find the good looking body that is yours? I'm trying to
And
find a
it's
way to
not
say that.
CGI. I'm
It's
not
not.
CGI.
You're
I'm
not
a
you're not
human.
traced. You're not traced
I'm
assets.
I'm no traced assets. I'm no 3D assets. I'm no CGI. I'm a warm-blooded mammal female. Okay? I'm
Wonderful.
real. Well, you can I do movie reviews at youtube.com/ASC presents. If you want to fast track a movie review request, go to patreon.com/ASC presents and go to this link tree to find all. Wait, that's not my link tree. Well, I have that Twitter right here, twitter.com/autisticboobs. But all of my socials down there. linktr.ee/tits men's salad. That's all of my socials, including my spicy sites.
Wonderful. Yes, she's a very spicy meatball.
Yes.
You can find you can find me on my podcast. That's all funny. The one where podcast available. It's daily. Just search That's All Funny. You podcast with my buddy Gabe called That's All Kayfabe. That comes out every Monday with wrestling. If you like that, check it out. That's All Kayfabe. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Lorenzo Arreola. And yeah, every Tuesday, check this show out. It's wonderful to be with the wonderful mint salad. And I want to thank everyone for watching and listening. And take care and stay safe. Bye.